Okay, we're on chapter 9 in geometry. This is the first section where we will be talking about tangent properties. So remember that a tangent is a line that touches the circle in only one spot. And C74 tells us that a tangent to a circle is perpendicular to the radius drawn to the point of tangency. So this is circle O. If I draw the radius from the center to that point of tangency, that will always be a 90 degrees. It will always be 90 degrees. Okay, C75 says that tangent segments to a circle from a point outside the circle are congruent. So this is the point that both of these tangents converge from. This segment and this segment will be congruent. I'm going to go ahead and go right into 9.2 since these are pretty short sections. This section is talking about chord properties. So remember, a chord is a line segment whose endpoints lie on the circle. If two chords in a circle are congruent, then they determine two central angles that are congruent. So what does that mean? All right, so if I have this chord right here and this chord right here, then this central angle and this central angle are going to be the same. And then C77 goes on to say that if these two chords are congruent, because they have congruent central angles, then that means that their arcs are also congruent. C78 says that the perpendicular from the center of the circle to a chord is the bisector of the chord. So if I constructed a perpendicular line or segment from the center and it hit the chord at 90 degrees, then this chord will be bisected. This part will be congruent to that. C80 tells us that the perpendicular bisector of a chord passes through the center of the circle, which makes sense because of what we just did in C78, right? So if I have a chord and I constructed the perpendicular bisector, it would go right through the center. Oh, yeah, I forgot I mixed those up when I was doing my notes. Sorry, that was C80. Should have done C79 first. C79 says that two congruent chords in a circle are equidistant from the center, which makes sense, right? So if I have a circle and these two chords are the same length, that's congruent to that. And if you remember, the shortest distance from a point to another point is through a perpendicular. So if you were to construct that these are both the same distance from the center. Sorry, I mixed those up. And that is it for 9.1 and 9.